Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Danny Cassidy. After a very windy day yesterday, we saw gusts as high as 66 miles per hour in Waterloo. Today was night and day comparison. It was cooler today, but arguably, felt nicer because the winds were light. We had plenty of sunshine, and even though the temperatures were in the 30s, that's kind of where we should be this time of year. And tonight, winds are going to be at 0, maybe calm sometimes compared to, as high as 66 yesterday. And you see that on the direction. There's no direction, that just means there's no wind. We will see a southerly wind for tomorrow, maybe up to 5 to 15 at times, but again, that's nothing compared to what we saw yesterday. So it should be pretty nice here over the next 24 hours, especially regarding the wind. For tonight, we'll have a mostly clear sky. Things will be pretty quiet and cool, low temperatures in the mid-teens. With that calm wind, though, really won't have much of a wind chill, so whatever the temperature is, you look on your app or wherever, that's actually what it's going to feel like outside, so that's pretty nice for a change. For tomorrow, to wrap up the weekend, the first weekend of March, high temperatures, low to mid-40s. We're back on the mild side, plenty of sunshine, a little bit warmer than today with that southerly wind at about 5 to 15. And as we go into the night tomorrow night, into the day on Monday, we maybe could see an isolated shower, but not expected to be too much. So we'll see clouds build in during the night, Sunday night and early Monday. And there you see a little bit of a light rain Monday morning. That will build in during the late morning into the early afternoon hours and should be out for the most part by about, let's say, 2 o'clock. Again, not expected to be a lot. Accumulations are expected to be on the lighter side. And then after that, we really warm up on Monday, where we can see highs close to 60. But then after that, Monday night, but especially Tuesday evening into Wednesday, we see a very potent system. It's one of those systems that you really expect in March, where we see some rain and possibly some snow with it. And this one could bring a whole lot of rain, especially to the area. So here's 7 o'clock. This is Monday evening. After that initial rain moves out, then we'll see a little bit of the start of the system move in late Monday night into early Tuesday. That's not really where the brunt of the rain is going to be. That will be fairly light. But you can see, starting to see a little bit of heavier rain in our southern areas Tuesday morning. But I think the biggest time frame is Tuesday afternoon as the system continues to move to the northeast. Look at this, 6 o'clock, all these dark greens and yellows. Yeah, that is that heavy rain. Then on the backside, as this continues to move through, we cool down. And sometime roughly after midnight, that's when we'll see this rain transition into snow. That timing is going to be key, not only for snow accumulations, but just in general, because we'll see if it happens later, there might not be a whole lot of moisture left over, because off to our south, they have a lot of moisture down there as well, and they might kind of cut us off, so to speak, from that moisture. So as we go through the overnight hours, now we're in Wednesday morning. This is 7 a.m. Potential transition into snowfall, so that could possibly impact some commutes. That'll continue into the day through Wednesday. And one thing to note too with this is you see these lines, how close they are together. That indicates very strong winds. So even if snow's not accumulating, we could see gusts up to 50 miles per hour, which would definitely impact any visibility during Wednesday morning and into the afternoon. That snow could linger a little bit into Wednesday evening, but I think the brunt of it will be out by 6 o'clock. For sure by midnight Wednesday night into early Thursday, it'll be out. So in terms of snow accumulation, at least where we think the best potential is, that is going to be the farther north you live. So you're going to see this build up right here in our northern areas, and especially off to the north in parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin. You can see areas, I think, especially north of Highway 20, that's where the best chance is. But as I mentioned, there's still some question marks of how much we'll see in terms of accumulation. I think we'll still see it, but just how much accumulates is another story. So time of the rain and snow, if it transitions later, and let's say that snow falls mainly during the day, then we'll have that daytime heating. The ground's already warm, so not a whole lot of it will stick. And if snowfall rates are light, it's really going to have trouble sticking. But if snowfall rates are heavier and the timing is earlier, that could help some of that stick to the roadways and the ground. And then especially if it happens earlier, then we could see a whole lot of moisture as well. So there's just some things to note with that. But at any rate, it's going to be pretty tough to see on Wednesday, especially if you do see snow with that strong up to 50 mile per hour gust. So this snow will be impactful no matter what. It's just a matter of, does it stick and just add a whole nother factor to this whole thing. In terms of just in general precipitation through Wednesday, many areas expected to see at least an inch of rainfall. Areas farther south where that system's going to start a little bit earlier on Tuesday could see up to 1.5 inches of precipitation, but it's going to be very wet no matter where you are. And the big question will be when that rain, that could be moderate to heavy at times, transitions into snow, and of course we'll keep you posted as we get closer. Your city-by-city forecast for Waterloo, Dubuque, Cedar Rapids, and Iowa City. So if you're worried about, before Wednesday night, or I should say Tuesday into Wednesday, it'll stay as rain even Monday night into Tuesday, because we're going to show you low temperatures that night are well into the 40s. So you're not going to have to worry about any of that being snow. And even tonight, or I should say Sunday night and early Monday, that rain is expected to arrive about 6 or 7 a.m. That should just be rain. So here against that 10-day forecast, Wednesday, very strong winds, sustained at 20 to 30, could be up to 50, so pretty similar to what we experienced on the day on Friday. Then after that, things are quiet. We could have a light wintry mix Thursday night, Friday, and into Friday night, but definitely not expected to be as impactful as this one is. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. Then this upcoming weekend, looking very nice, highs in the 40s Saturday. And then Saturday night, remember before you go to bed, I know our phones already do it, set those clocks forward an hour, so we will lose an hour of sleep, but sunsets, in turn, are later. Then as we head into the following week, look at this, very warm for mid-March, highs in the 60s and possibly close to 70 as we head further into the month.